let's have a look at Safe's one. So this is to do with reflection. So if you haven't handed it in, you must hand it in. Otherwise, I can't give you marks for this topic, okay? So reflection, let's have a look at Safe's answers. Okay, so it says look at diagram D. This is diagram D, material X, Y, and Z. Which one is translucent? Which one's translucent? And which one is opaque? So say for Y is opaque because it doesn't let light through, as you can see from the diagram. So it actually reflects the light. Very good. Which one is translucent? He said Z is translucent because it doesn't let the light go through straightly. I mean, I think he means the light rays, they're not straight, they actually disperse or they're bent. Okay, so I get what he means, but I don't think this is a word, my friend. That's not how you spell it, at least. Now, he watched the video about light. It says what happens when light hits a shiny object? It reflects. Yeah. Why is light scattered? Because it goes in different ways, or I think it means directions. Why can she only see parts of her face? Only some light goes into her eyes. Okay. Why is the image distorted? That means blurred or muddled up. Because the light bounces at different angles. Okay, so incorrect spelling there. That's the correct one. So what is a mirror? A mirror is a flat, shiny surface. Very good. And then there were questions on page 155. So what is specular reflection? It's a regular reflection, so a normal one. What is the law of reflection? The law of reflection states that when a light ray is incident on a plane surface, the incident ray. That doesn't really make sense, so we're going to have to come back to that. What is diffuse reflection? Diffuse reflection is a reflection of light from a surface such that a ray incident on the surface is scattered in many angles. Yep, so there's many angles for diffuse. We'll come back to this just to make sure you understand properly. How can we see an image in a plane mirror? A plane mirror makes an image of the objects in front of it. These images appear to be behind the plane, as you can see in the diagram. And you didn't do this part. You were meant to fill out this diagram, Safe. Okay, so I'm going to enter some feedback for him. Fill in the diagram on slide 4, and I'm going to return it back to him. Okay, now just bear with me a moment, because I want to go back to that diagram. Can everyone see? Can everyone see my PowerPoint?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. So I wanted to go here. Right, so here guys, look. This is what we need to know and what we need to memorize. This diagram. So we'll start with the one in the middle. So if you imagine here, the incident ray is where the light source is. So imagine we have a torch, okay? A torch, the light is coming in this direction. How do we know? Because of these arrows. It shows you the direction of the light, okay? So the rays of light are shown by straight lines. The arrow shows the direction in which the light is traveling. The light traveling towards the mirror is called, somebody? Somebody help? It's called the incident ray. Okay? Called the incident ray. Very, very important. We understand this. Okay. Now this here, this is a mirror, this thing at the bottom, where the light rays reflect on. So the angle between the incident ray and the normal. Now the normal, what's the normal? The normal, which is a line, is at right angles to the mirror, and everyone should know what a right angle is. So this here. So if you imagine the normal, this angle here is a right angle, which is, you should know it from maths, which is what? 90 degrees, yeah? This is a right angle. So the normal is a line, it's an imaginary line we draw actually, is at right angles to the mirror. This is usually drawn as a dotted line, as you can see, dot, 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 dot. These angles of the light rays are measured from the normal. So, as you can see here, the angle of incidence. So incidence, we said, is the initial ray of light from our source. And this is the angle of incidence here, this one. This one here. Angle of incidence. And you should know how we measure angles. Now, the angle of reflection. So this is the reflected ray. It's the light traveling away from the mirror. Away from the mirror. How do we know it's away? Because look at this arrow here. Okay, and this angle here is called the angle of, you guessed it, reflection. Right? Hopefully everyone.
Mister,
Yes.
I can't
Yes.
handle my project in the assessment, so I have uploaded in the conversation.
Okay, no problem. Right, guys. So, just to go over the reflection topic, if you guys can now, in your books, hopefully everybody has their books. I just want to make sure everyone understands it. So write down reflection as your title.
Project.
Mister, I forgot
Forget
my
the
book.
project now. Forget the project now. If you have a problem, just message me. Let's just stick to our lesson. So everyone should write the title. Don't worry too much about the learning objectives now because you wrote them yesterday about this topic. So we're going to explain the law of reflection, state what is meant by reflection, and we're going to understand the difference between specular and diffuse reflection. Now, our keywords, very important. Make sure you write down the keywords. In total, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys.
Can you write it in Word?
No, in your books.
Can I write it in Word and send it to you?
Hello, Ahmed. Ahmed Amr.
You did me again. Right, no more mic, please. If you have a issue,
Mute your mic, boys.
if you have an issue. Oh, Hanem came. I have to put him on the register. If you have an issue, just message me, please. I don't want to hear all this noise. I don't want to have to get minus points.
Mr. Said,
Yes.
there's no exams, yes?
Sorry?
No exam.
Listen, if you guys have a problem, what do you need to do?
Don't
You need to message me, okay? Not on the mic, please. Okay, so title and what? Keywords. Let's go. Who's still on the mic? Get off the mic. I have to mute people now. Okay, I'm gonna move on. If you haven't caught up, you can watch the video. Okay, so that's a funny animation. Why can you see yourself in the mirror? Let me see who I can ask. I'm going to ask Bilal. No Bilal. Let's ask Khalaf. No, Khalaf? Let's ask. Safe. No safe? Nobody? Is it in messages? Yeah, Hammer, go bring your book. Right, who's that? Who's on the mic? Nobody. Nobody wants to answer today. Okay, let's move on. Well, the reason is, we'll come back to the reason. And what is light reflection? Well, reflection, that should be spelling mistake. Reflection occurs when light bounces off a polished or shiny surface like a mirror and changes the direction as a result. Okay, so law of reflection. Law of reflection. Anybody know the law of reflection? All of a sudden, nobody wants to answer. Amar? Law of reflection?
Mr. Mimi, I will answer.
Who's that?
Joseph.
Go on, Jan.
Angle of incidence
Excellent,
equals angle of reflection.
Very good. So the angle of incidence, which is here, equals the angle of reflection. Very good, Jasim. Make sure you guys write this down in your books, and you should have a labeled diagram ready. So if you see here, we put the normal in the middle. The angle of incidence, let me just come back again. Angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So imagine this is a torch. The light ray is there, and the reflection's there, and we can measure the angles. How do we measure the angles, guys?
Mr. Can you see what is the title?
You can watch the video after. How do we measure the angles? Anybody?
With degrees.
Me,
With
Mr.
degrees.
Can I try?
Yeah, it's in degrees, but how do we get it? With length, we use a ruler. For angles, we use a
Semicircle.
protractor. Good. Who said that? Bilal?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, guys. So make sure you have written down the law of reflection in your books. If you haven't got time, then re-watch the video, please. Okay, so law of reflection, mirror, normal. Okay, so I'm going to ask Jasim, please. As you knew the law of reflection, please explain this diagram for us. We'll start with the incident ray. Go.
The
Would you like to phone a friend?
yes.
Choose someone.
Anybody. Random.
Oh, anybody. Muhammad Ibrahim.
Yes, Muhammad Ibrahim, because he answered too much. Yes.
Muhammad Ibrahim. Yes, please, can you explain to us this diagram?
Okay. This line in the middle is the normal mirror. And the red line is the incident ray. And the blue line is the reflected ray. And the red angle is the angle of incidence. It's a half of the angle. And the other half is the angle of reflection. And thank you. This is the law of reflection.
صح لسانك.
Thank you very much. Let's ask somebody else. Let's ask Khalaf, please. Khalaf there? No?
Me again.
Not you again. Let's ask Abdelaziz.
The light is traveling towards the mirror. It's called the incident ray. Then the blue line is the light traveling away from the mirror. It's called the reflected ray.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it? Okay. Let's choose one more person. Let's ask Hamid Mohammed. Is he there? Or did he go to get his book? He's not there. He would have spoken by now. Let's ask Umar. Tell us, come on. Hello, Omar. No, he's not there. Okay, let's ask one of the Khalids. One of the Khalids, please.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Start with the incident ray. What's the incident ray?
It is the angle of incidence.
Yeah, what does this mean? This is where the light is coming from. And what's this? This thing here, Khalid.
The reflected ray is the angle of reflection.
Okay, yes, good. Reflection of the mirror. Okay, we'll move on then. Everybody should know what all of this is, so let's ask people. Everyone's gone quiet. I don't know why. Go on, let's start with Bilal. Bilal, what's this called?
The angle of incidence.
Thank you. And what's this called?
Which one?
This one here.
The incident angle.
Incident ray.
Incident ray. Yes, correct. And what's this one? Somebody
Normal.
else.
Normal.
Normal. Thank you. And what's this one?
Reflect.
Reflected ray.
Reflected ray. And what's this one?
Angle of reflection.
Thank you.
Angle of reflection.
It's the back of the mirror.
Mirror.
Reflection, mister.
The mirror. Okay, so who can help me fill this in? The law of reflection means the angle of
Incidence.
incidence equals the
Angle of reflection.
angle of reflection. Thank you, guys. Well done. Now we come to specular reflection and diffuse reflection. Have a look at the differences. Specular reflects the light at the same angle, as you can see. It's in an orderly fashion, right?
Yes.
And that happens on smooth surfaces. However, diffuse, look at the difference. It's scattered. There's many different angles. Can you see?
Yes.
And this happens
Yes.
on rough surfaces. Right?
Yes.
Khalaf back in? Can I hear Khalaf? No? Mohammed Ibrahim, tell us the difference.
Yes, Mister. The
Tell us
difference
between specular and diffuse.
the specular, Mister, because it is very smooth. That's why it reflects, Mister, the light at the same angle. But the rough surface has it doesn't reflect well, so it's like scatter income.
Okay, your volume was very low, but I think I heard just about. I think you were correct. Anyone else? Can you help me explain what the difference is? Yes, Abdelaziz Alimadi, let's go. The difference between specular and diffuse, please.
The specular is the angle of reflection is equal to the angle of incidence, and the diffuse reflection is the light reflected by most opaque materials is scattered, so that it travels in all the directions.
Yes, so the main difference is that specular reflects at the same angle, whereas diffuse, there's many different angles and it's scattered, as you can see from the diagrams. Okay, right. So image in a plane mirror. Who's on the mic? Who's on the mic? Is Abdelaziz? Who's on the mic? Can somebody now read this question?
Me.
Have a look at the diagram. Read this question.
Me.
Go on.
You stand 2 meters in front of a plane mirror. Explain how far you are from where the image appears to be. And here.
So you stand 2 meters in front of the plane mirror. Here's the plane mirror. Explain how far you are from where the image appears to be.
Yes.
So the image is the same distance behind the mirror as you are in front. So you are, which is 2 plus 2. Yeah, from the image. There's a video I'll show you after. We can also look. We can also, have you ever used a mirror to see around the corner? Imagine this is a wall. You can see something around the corner. Why? Because the light, you can actually, it reflects and you can see what's around the corner. So if you have a mirror, try and do that today in your house. And you'll see that the normal line is here, the incident ray is here, and the reflected ray is here. The other end of the object reflects into your eye as well. You can see this is the normal, this is the incident, and this is also the reflected ray. Okay. So here's the question here. Suggest why lines on the right-hand side of diagram D are shown as dotted lines. So why are these dotted lines? Because the reason why is because this shows where the light seems to come. It's not actually the rays. These ones are the lights. This is the object. Okay.
Oh, hello, Mister. Me.
Go on.
This is what mirror writing looks like. Now you
Turn it.
try. So if you put a mirror here and reflect onto your screen, you'll be able to read this properly. Maybe you guys can try and do mirror writing. Okay, guys. So what I want you guys to do now is go into your assignments.
Yes.
I've got. When does this lesson end? This lesson ends at 8:40. So for the last 10 minutes, guys, what I want you to do is I'm assigning you some stuff now. Light on the move. So I'm assigning it now. It's due in today. That's assigned. So go into your assignments. It's loading now. It should have loaded. It's just saving.
Mister, the homework for reflection I've done it. I send it to you at the chat.
No, it should have been in the assignment, Jason.
I send it in the chat. I didn't know.
Okay. Right, guys, what I want you to do now is Hang on a second. What we need to do now is go onto your assignments.
Mr. Is it by PowerPoint or normal questions?
Say that again.
Is that by PowerPoint we answer?
Which one?
The assignments.
Which assignment? There's many.
No, the one you sent now.
No, now it's on forms. Look, the one I just sent is called Year 8 Light on the Move. This one, can everyone see? Yeah, this one. Year
Yes,
8
Mister.
Light
Now
on
I
the
am
Move.
doing it.
Yeah, so do it now. Good. I can see who's viewed it and who hasn't. So do it now, guys.
Okay, Mister.
Can someone write question 1 for me? Read question 1. What is it?
Question 1. Where question 1? Ali and Jamil are watching a film in cinema. A spaceship is being chased and explodes in a ball of fire. Ali puts her fingers in her ears because the sound is so loud. Jamil drops his switch. He needs to use the torch on his phone to find him because it is very dark under the city. Which of these things are light sources? So, I read question 2.
No, just answer, please.
Mister, can you explain for me question 5?
Say again?
Can you explain question 5 where it says outside the
So
cinema?
out the cinema, they see 2 cars crashing in the distance. They don't hear the sound straight away. Why does this happen?
Yes, can
So
you explain for me?
Well, you need to understand the difference between light and sound.
Mister,
Yes, but what travels faster?
Good question. What travels faster? You need to look in your textbook
Okay.
on page 154, I think.
Page 154?
Yeah, not reflection actually. Before that, 15. The one called Light on the Move, 8JA. I think it's page 150. Have a look.
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
What is the page again?